What's wrong with getting respectable returns in retirement? Anything? See, this is a problem. I think we're so focused on the massive compounding investment returns we got on our appreciation time frame while we're working. We're getting 9-10% a year. That we come to think that that's what we should have in retirement as well. We say, hey, we've got all these great rates of returns. We should expect the same in retirement. I just don't agree with that at all. I think I think that's very short-sighted. I think we got to look at it like we grew the money while we're working because we could afford to take the risk of the market fluctuation because we're still working. We're engaged in labor. Labor gave us income to pay the bills. It gave us income in which the dollar cost average to our investments. But once we're done working, it's the difference. The dollar cost averaging can really come to bite you in the bud, especially when you're dollar cost averaging into a down market. So I'm reading this article right here. This is from it's a white paper, I guess. This article is a white paper from Boston College. Ordinary Lives, Insurance and Savings in America. We're going to go to page 18 here, and I want to show you something here. It's very interesting to me. Attractions, hold on a second. Right there, is it? Oh, 18 is down here. There we go. Right there. Attractions of ordinary, I'm not advocating ordinary life insurance here. I'm just not. But anyway, I just find it. Investments in ordinary life insurance had respectable returns. And ordinary life had many features that made them attractive. Their policies reduced risks, eliminated uncertainties, raised returns, reduced taxes, circumvented probate, and enabled them to direct funds towards anticipated expenses, even if they should die too young to make the payments themselves. So this is for life insurance for families who are building wealth, because there was no investments back then. I mean, only the rich people could invest in the markets. I mean, you basically couldn't. But I'm thinking, why can't we use that respectable returns here today in retirement? What would give us a respectable rate of return? Well, if we go to USA, we have a fixed annuity, 5.15 is a rate right there. Surrender charges is 9 first year, 8 the second year, 7 you can see right there, so it goes down. You have access, if memory serves, you had access to a 10% a year. Let's see here. I don't know if they show it on here, but anyway, I think you have, when I was at USA, you had most annuities to give you access to 10% a year. I'm not sure if these do or not anymore. I don't know. But anyway, most of them do, and I can't remember one second. Right, from my big fat face. So after the first year, you can take a one-time withdrawal up to your annuity's value each year without paying a surrender charge. So up to 10% every year. So you have access to 10% a year. So you put $500,000 in for just simplicity. After the first year, you have access to $50,000 a year. Of course, if you put $500,000 in, don't have my calculator, you're getting 5% a year. That means it'd be $525,000 in year 2, which means you'd have access to $52,500 without any surrender charge. You got to pay tax, depending on if you put in with after tax or before tax money. We got to pay tax, we know for a fact, on the interest as ordinary income, but still, that's a respectable rate of return. That's a respectable rate of return. Because remember, compounding, the benefit of compounding is you're letting the money just grow. So 7%, compound at 7%, compound at 7% means that you're going to double your money in 10 years. All right. If a simple interest rate, you're not going to double your money in 10 years. A simple, it just means you're going to have 70% above what your initial principal was. So if you put $100,000 in at 7%, it compounds, you're getting $200,000 after 10 years. $100,000 with just a simple 7% interest rate, you're only getting $170,000 after 10 years. All right. So that's the difference. So compounding is wonderful while you're accumulating. But the same goes against you in the negative while you're pulling money out. All right, reverse dollar cost averaging can really be a bear. So because if the down market, you're pulling money out, and you're on a market that's falling, that's not good. You don't want to be pulling money out of a market that's falling, which I talk about the barbell. But a way to avoid all that is just do a respectable rate of return, 5.15. Am I advocating USA? No, of course not. I just using that example because USA is a very well-known insurance company that's quite highly rated. Here's Schwab, and they got fixed annuity 7 years with a Midland National Life 5.2. They got New York Secure Life, I don't know what this is, for 7 years, 4.85. They got this other one, 4.7, 4.6. Mass Mutual, 4.45. And again, I'm not sure what all these are. USA 5.25 with 10 years. That's weird. You got a 10-year one at USA for 5.25, where you actually go to USA itself is only 5.15. That's interesting. You got this West single premium, single 3.55. So I'd assume that Schwab, these are highly rated companies. I don't know. And I imagine you could probably, actually, that is kind of weird that USA gives you a higher rate at Schwab. Huh, that's strange. That's very interesting. I wonder what that's about. Usually it's the exact opposite. Usually if you do it through a third party, it gives you a lower rate. And I think that guy, what's his name? Stan the Annuity Man. Let's see what he's got. Yeah, here's Ocean View Life and Annuity. I have no idea who these are. 5.65. Here's Farmers Life Insurance Company, 5.65. Some of these aren't as highly rated as some of the other companies. Lincoln is 5. There's a 10 years annuities, by the way, 10-year, 5.3. Pacific Guardian Life is 5.3. So just give an example here. There's Delaware Life I just saw right there, 5 for 10 years. That's a respectable rate of return. Not a great rate of return, not a bad rate of return. It's respectable and it's guaranteed by the insurer. All right, the insurance companies. I just like to know how many insurance companies with annuities have gone bankrupt. Because I mean, we just know in the Great Depression they did. Look, I'm not here to advocate annuities. You can do whatever the heck you want. I don't care. What I'm just saying is that at the end of the day, what's wrong with getting a respectable rate of return in retirement? Now, I'm not in retirement. I want my compounded interest. Compounding, ups and downs, because I want to invest while the market's down. I want to invest when the market's up. I'm just dropping money in. That's how you invest while you're accumulating. But when you're decumulating, i.e., you're pulling money out because you're retired, respectable rate of return is just fine. It really is. And I've done a million videos where I said if you get a 5% rate of return with no standard deviation, you're fine. I mean, obviously, I don't know what your specific situation is, but I'm like, if there's no standard deviation in terms of downside risk, and you're getting 5%, I ran numbers. I said you're going to be okay. Again, everyone is different. I don't know about you specifically, but generally speaking, I said that's not too bad. If you need a significant rate of return above that, then you need to keep working. I mean, literally, if we need to get 8, 9, 10% a year, you're retiring too early, man. If that makes sense. If we need to get a certain rate of return that's well above a respectable rate of return, yeah, you need to keep going, man, until you can get by on a respectable rate of return. That's what we're shooting for. Can I retire on a respectable rate of return? If the answer is yes, you're ready to rock and roll. If the answer is no, you need to keep working, man. It's just that simple. All right. Love your thoughts. God bless. God bless. Subscribe. Help me get to 90,000 subscribers by year end, and smash and paw that like button. We'll see you.